What is the first thing that comes to your mind when I say stand up for yourself? That you are under attack or that you're getting disrespected? एक डर सा बैठ जाता है मन में जब कोई स्टैंड अप फॉर योर सेल्फ टाइप की स्टेटमेंट देता है कि कुछ गलत हो रहा है मेरे साथ एंड आई नीड टू रियली स्टैंड अप फॉर माई सेल्फ एंड मेक दिस राइट. And when we think in this manner is when we make mistakes, when we forget how to truly stand up for ourselves. What does it even mean to stand up for yourself? So I want you to remember these 3 points with the same acronym as DAR. DAR. These 3 points have to be kept in mind if you really want to learn how to stand up for yourself. But before I go there, what is the need to stand up for yourself? It's simple. There are times when we are misunderstood. There are times when people take us for a ride, when they take advantage of our simplicity, of our calmness, of our politeness. And that's when we need to know how to stand up for who we are. So remember these 3 points and you will probably do this right, if I could call these as the right ways of truly standing up for yourself for right reasons behind it. The first one is D, that is to define boundaries. Defining boundaries doesn't mean that you know where your boundaries are. You know that I'm okay till this much. इससे ज़्यादा अगर कुछ होता है तो मुझे गुस्सा आता है. इससे ज़्यादा अगर कुछ होता है तो मुझे बुरा लगता है. वो boundary क्या है? वो boundary आपको पता है कि नहीं? और अगर आपको पता है तो आपने लोगों को communicate किया है कि नहीं? Have you helped people to understand what your boundaries are? So that's a very, very important thing. Not only define your boundaries, but also communicate those boundaries to people around you so that they know what you're okay with and what you're not okay with. The second is A of DAR, which is to be more assertive than to be aggressive. The first reaction that we have when we feel under attack is to bounce back, give it back, get aggressive with somebody who's being aggressive with you. If you go down that road, there is only one possibility, and that is locking horns with the other person, going into a downward spiral. Then it's a competition between who can be worse. If you're bad, I can be worse. If I'm worse, you go one level lower. And there is nothing productive or concrete coming out of this, clearly. And so the competition is not about who is worse. The whole setup is for you to practice whether you can be assertive, whether you can be stern and yet calm about what you have to say instead of being aggressive. And the third point is respect. Respect yourself before you expect others to respect you. And respecting yourself also means that you refuse to stoop to the level that the other person is stooping to. Don't go down to that level. Don't go so low. Hold on to your character. Hold on to your calmness, to your poise, and let the drama happen. Your strength is that you don't get sucked into that drama. Your strength is that you know where and how to define boundaries, how to be assertive even in a tough situation like this where you need to stand up for yourself, and thirdly, how to respect yourself, after which people clearly know how respectful you are. This is how I would like you to practice if you ever feel the need to stand up for yourself.